If you're an international student or a newcomer trying to build your career, you've probably heard the advice, you need to network. But what if you're shy? You're starting from scratch, you're worried about your English, or you don't even know how to make friends, let alone connections. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to network as an international student or a newcomer, even if you're introverted, nervous, or feel like you don't belong. Hi, I'm Luki, and I share what you didn't know you needed to know about jobs, careers, and life. Today, we're going to talk about the real challenges international students and newcomers face when networking, and more importantly, how to overcome them step by step. If you want to build confidence, friendships, and career opportunities from scratch, hit the subscribe button and let's get started. Let's start with the truth. Networking can be challenging for anyone, but it's extra hard for international students and newcomers. And it's not because you're not capable, it's because you're navigating the challenges locals don't have. One is that you're starting from scratch. You arrive in a new country with no family, no friends, no professional network, whereas locals often have built-in connections. Childhood friends, high school friends, cousins, teammates, and you're starting from zero. And that's emotionally exhausting. Two is language confidence. English might not be your strongest skill yet. You worry about your accent, you worry about pauses to think, you worry about sounding less smart. But here's something important. People don't connect because of perfect English. They connect because of honesty, effort, and warmth. Three is cultural differences. In many cultures, being humble is polite. Speaking up feels rude, and approaching strangers is uncomfortable. But in North America, silence can look like disinterest. Small talk is expected, and talking about your goals is normal. And then there are the idioms. Break a leg? Why would you want me to get injured? Hitting the ground running? Why would you want me to fall when moving fast? None of it makes sense until it does. Four is you never learned how to make friends. School taught you math, science, and case studies, but it didn't teach you how to start conversations, how to follow up, how friendships actually form, and how to feel socially confident. So let me say this clearly. Networking is just friendships within a career context. And if you don't know how friendships work, networking feels impossible. Five is you don't know where to start. Career fairs, meetups, LinkedIn, cold messages, too many options leads to paralysis. Six is you're afraid of rejection. You don't want to bother people. You don't want to be awkward. You don't want to be rejected. But most no's have nothing to do with you. They're just busy. So why put yourself through this discomfort? Because networking is the number one way to get opportunities. Not just for international students and newcomers, but for everyone. Most internships, most referrals, most jobs, most mentors, they don't come from job boards, they come from people. Networking helps you build confidence, practice the language, understand the culture, learn how the system works, and feel less alone. And here's the key insight. You don't need a huge network. You just need a few really quality relationships. Now, before I get into tactics, let's talk about how friendships actually form. Because once you understand this, networking becomes much easier. There are three components of friendship and networking. The first component is proximity. Friendships grow through frequency, seeing someone often, intensity, real conversations and emotional experiences, and duration, time over weeks, months, or years. That's why friendships form easily in classes, dorms and residences, student and interest clubs, and study groups. You don't become close after one conversation. You become close from repeated exposure. As an action item, put yourself in environments where you see the same people regularly. The second component is timing. Friendships work best when you're in the same life stage. Could be as a student, early career, or moved across the world. Plus, you're in the same mental stage, which could be that you're curious, ambitious, or just growing. International students often assume, I don't belong. But students are actually the best time to build friendships. Everyone is learning, insecure, and figuring things out. As an action item, look for people who are also new, also exploring, also unsure, and that becomes your tribe. The third component is energy. Friendships need shared interest, shared values, and shared curiosity. And here's a powerful mindset shift. Find people who like what you like. And if you don't know what you like, start exploring what other people like. And you might find that you like them as well. When people ask you to try new things, say yes. Try new things, new interests. That's how energy is created. Now let's break networking down into steps. Step 1 is to start small, just one person at a time. Forget big networking events. Start with one classmate, one club member, one TA, one senior student. One conversation a week is 52 a year, and that's how networks grow. Step 2 is to use simple conversation starters. You don't need perfect English. Use simple human lines. Something like, "Hi, mind if I sit here?" Or, "How long have you been in this program?" Or, "What made you choose this major?" Or, "Hi, I'm new here. Any tips?" Simple is better than being impressive. Step 3 is to adapt, but not abandon your culture. You don't need to change who you are. You just need to adjust how you show it. It's okay to ask questions, share goals, or talk about achievements. That's not bragging, that's communication. Step 4 is to practice social skills like a muscle. Social skills aren't personality traits, they're skills. You can practice skills when you join clubs, volunteering, study groups, or community events. The goal isn't to be amazing, the goal is to practice being present. Step 5 is to use LinkedIn as a relationship tool, not copy-paste messages, real ones. "Hi," the person's name, "I'm an international student studying whatever you're studying, and I'm exploring careers in whatever you're looking for. Would you be open to a short chat?" Something as simple as that. Curiosity is more important than credentials. Step 6 are coffee chats. You can make friendships and career combined. 15 minutes, that's it. Take the structure first to thank them, to share your short story, ask thoughtful questions, and then ask who else you should talk to. This is networking without pressure. And step 7 is to build your health foundation. Friendships and networking get easier when you sleep well, when you move your body, when you manage stress, and you feel emotionally grounded. Confidence is often physical and emotional, not social. And then 8 is to make it a habit. One conversation a week, one message, one coffee. Over time, you won't feel shy, you'll feel connected. Being an international student or newcomer is hard, but networking doesn't have to be scary. Friendships come from proximity, timing, and energy. The code of networking is intention. You don't need perfect English. You don't need confidence. You don't need to be outgoing. You need to just show up consistently. What's your biggest challenge with networking or making friends as an international student or a newcomer? Let me know below in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about networking, click here or this video to stop stress and anxiety controlling you. Until next time, be focused and stay inspired.